Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So with this video, I wanted to go over some of the recent images and interviews that director Dan Trachtenberg, as well as the cast of the upcoming movie Prey, have given about the film to some various magazines, notably SFX magazine and Empire. So they sat down and talked with these magazines, and along with that, we also got a bunch of new stills from the film that are actually really cool. They give us pretty good looks at the new predator creature, as well as Naru and her tribe of Comanche. Now, essentially what this article gives us insight into is that this movie, Prey, was designed to be a side story similar to the anthology movies that Star Wars was doing a few years ago. I guess this was pitched way back, during the development of the Predator that came out in 2018. While that movie was looked at as more of a mainline movie, they had the first, second, and then that was going to be the third in the sort of main series. Prey was looked at as a standalone side story featuring a whole new cast of characters. So I think that's actually pretty cool. It would be awesome to see more stories like this, using new characters, new settings, because I think that's what keeps these classic monsters fresh, instead of trying to do the same thing over and over again, or having them in the same contemporary environment, doing something like a period piece, going all the way back to the 1700s where it's low tech, different characters, different environment, that keeps the story fresh. Another interesting tidbit from this article is that this is the first time that this particular Yautja has actually been to Earth, and the design for the predator creature this time around was much sleeker. He's thinner than a lot of the other creatures have been in the previous movies, but he moves much more feral, and he's got, different weaponry, some that we have seen before, some that we haven't, and he's more of a creature this time around. They're trying to really play up the whole alien aspect of the predator hunter this time around. He's still intelligent, but he moves more of like a creature in this movie, which I think is really cool, and yet another way to make this movie feel different than some of the predecessors. In the 2010 movie that Robert Rodriguez produced, they had the idea of these super predators, where they're basically like a different caste or a different, subspecies of the Yautja. So, doing things like this to play to the time period and make things different is really cool. Now, one other thing the director mentioned that I thought was neat was that conversations have been had already about more films should this be successful. So I'm guessing the studio's probably waiting to see what the critical reaction is going to be and what the response is going to be to this film, because it is a streaming film, so there are definitely different parameters of success. It's not about how much money it makes, it's more about how much eyeballs are on this movie and how many people streamed it, and the type of word of mouth that it generates. So if this movie actually is very successful among diehard fans and among casuals, if this movie ends up being like really big and a lot of people spread the word about it during its opening weekend, and it has long legs and a lot of people stream it, that's gonna have more of a chance of getting more stuff like this. On the horizon we have an Alien show made by Noah Hawley coming to FX on Hulu, and we have another Alien movie being made by Fede Alvarez, which is yet to be said whether that's going to be theatrical or straight to Hulu like Prey. So drop your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think about these new images, and what are your thoughts on the director's comments in this new article? I'll leave a link down below so you guys can read more about it if you want to delve deeper into it. Now, if you guys are new to the channel and you like this video, subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I drop new content. If you want to hit me up on social media to talk about this, you can find me in the links down below, and with all that being said, I'll catch you guys next time.